Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network, Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasayang papawid 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.
Okay, magandang hapon ho, Europe. Magandang hapon ho. Good afternoon sa ating mga kababayan sa buong Europa. No? Ito ho ang Filipino TV Europe. Ito ang programang The Sonny Laragan Show. Good afternoon. Ako po si Sonny Laragan and we're broadcasting live from our studios in London. Nasa London ho tayo, nasa kalagitnaan ho ng kumbaga nasa Europa. So good afternoon sa ating mga kababayan sa apat usulok ng United Kingdom, sa apat na sulok ng Europa, at syempre kayong mga kababayan namin na nasa Pilipinas, nasa Middle East, nasa Amerika, Canada, tuloy po kayo kabayan. Welcome po sa ating program. Well, today is gonna be interesting. As eto na, regular season na ho tayo sa Sonny Laragan Show, at have some very interesting topics so dito sa ating programa every week in, week in, week out. Meron tayong mga interesting topics. Unang-unang topic ho, pag-uusapan yung maging addict ka sa bowling, no? Yung bowling addict, pwede ba yan? Pwede ka bang maging, pwede kaya na ikaw ay addict sa bowling? Bowling. Alam nyo, nung ako isang batang-batang DJ pa ho, no? Broadcaster sa Pilipinas, at nasa isang station ako, DWXX sa may Santa Mesa, no? At nasa JNT building kami. Katapat ng radio station namin ng building, yung Discovery yata yun, bowling center. Minsan lang ho ako nag-bowling, hindi ko na ho inulit. Bakit ikanyo? The following day, ang sakit ng katawan ko, and I swore, hindi na ako maglalaro ng bowling. Pero, meron pala, no? Merong bowling addict tayong mga kausap. Mula ho siya sa Poland, ngayon ay nasa Kuala Lumpur na, sa Malaysia. Naku, hirap pronounce ang pangalan Felinda Gizbovska. But anyway, mamaya, patatawarin naman tayo dahil, pero yung pangalan niya, kukunti lang syllables, no? Syllables. Kukunti lang ang vowels. Puro consonants. But anyway, ganun talaga. Pagka Polish ang apelido. And, syempre, summertime na. Actually, springtime ngayon, technically, by June, pagpalo niyan, June, July, August, summertime, huwag niyo palalagpasin. No? It could be here, kami, dito sa Europe, sa UK, or anywhere in Europe, or anywhere in the world, no? So, pero dito tayo sa Europe dahil ito na yung barangay natin, barangay Europe ho tayo ngayon, tayong mga magkakababayan, no? So, saan ang mga top summer places to go to in Europe, no? Saan ba tayo? Mamaya makakausap natin yung ating kasama si Eman Guzman, no? Si Eman, makakausap natin tungkol diyan sa mga summer places, yung ating holiday travel expert, no? Pag-uusapan natin yan, no? And lastly today, Filipino martial arts, world-class nga ba? World-class nga ba ang Filipino martial arts? Meron kasi tayong makakausap na isang Briton na masyadong fascinated, obsessed sa Filipino martial arts, mga arnis, mga eskrima, at kung ano-ano pa mga Filipino martial arts. At talagang dumadayo pa sa Pilipinas, pumupunta para lang silipin at makilala yung mga masters ng martial arts sa Pilipinas. So ayan pag-uusapan natin. So, ayan, we're gonna have a short break. Magbe-break lang tayo at pagbalik ho natin, pupunta tayo ng Malaysia, live sa Malaysia, from Poland, bigla na lumipat na Malaysia, isa hong addict, no? Addict ho siya. Addict ko, malalaman mo bakit addict siya. Addict pala maglaro ng bowling. No? Ako nga, sabi ko nga kanina, Minsan lang ako naglaro ng bowling. Sabi ko, hindi na ako maglalaro ng bowling kailanman. Sabi ko, ayoko na sa katawan eh. Pero pag-uusapan natin. We're gonna have a short break and when we come back, we're gonna have si Felinda. No? Mamaya sisikapin ko i-pronounce yung pangalan niya. Sa pagbabalik ho natin, saglit po lamang.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
%100% all natural, tasty, healthy, versatile. 4 unique flavors. Taste a real sauce. Galettos.
Okay, nagbabalik ang ating palatuntunan ng ating program, The Sonny Laragan Show on a Wednesday. Midweek ho muna to, no? Itong initial broadcast day natin, but we can go Monday and Wednesday ho. Ngayon, ito na ho, sabi ko meron tayong addict ho to, makakausap natin. Pag sinabing addict, di ba, parang baliw na baliw ka sa isang bagay, di ba? Sa isang, pwede kang addict sa substance, katulad ng drugs. Pwede kang addict sa sports. Addict ho sa sports itong makakasama ho natin. Polish ang kanyang napangasawa. Siguro Polish citizen na to. Pero nandoon ho sa Malaysia, baka naasahan yung asawa. Let's say hello, good afternoon to Felinda Gzbovska. Felinda, magandang hapon. Ay, teka muna. Ano oras ba sa evening yata dyan? Ano oras ba sa Malaysia? Sa Kuala Lumpur?
Same same sa Pilipinas lang ang Malaysia. Same time.
We have 7 plus 7, so 8:30.
8:30, yeah. And we're just about to start our league.
League. Bowling na naman?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I play league almost every night here. I play bowling here in Sunway.
Okay. I have so many questions about bowling. Well, if it's expensive,
Okay,
so on and so forth. Okay. How did you come about? Okay, addict ka sa bowling. Bakit? Maraming sports. May tennis, may I don't know, marami pa mga sports. Bakit ka nahilig sa bowling?
I was addicted to tennis too.
Yeah. Oh, tennis din. Oh, pero let's go to bowling.
Before. Yeah.
How were you introduced to bowling? Paano yan? Paano nagsimula? Ilang taon ka na naglalaro ng bowling?
I started early 2001.
Okay.
Early 2000.
So 20,
like 2001,
20
I participated, yeah.
Okay, plus 20 years. Okay.
Yeah, I
20
started
years.
late, in fact. Yeah.
All right. Direct, meron ba tayo working
So,
shot ng bowling niya? May working shots ba tayo ng bowling? Oo, but anyway, so go ahead. Sorry, kasi biglang planash, may pagkain, ang layo ng relasyon mo sa bowling. Oh, siguro mamaya na yan pagka
Anyway,
ibang ginagawa mo. Okay, go ahead.
Okay na? Nag-start
go
ang
ahead.
bowling ko kasi, yes, nag-start ang bowling ko early 2000.
Okay.
I used to work in American School of Warsaw. And then may mall na nagbukas ng bulingan. Yeah.
Ano to? Photo
Made
na
by
to?
my student.
What is
That
photo?
was party,
teacher?
pa-party ng mga estudyante. Yeah, mga estudyante ko. Before
okay.
I left Poland for the World the first World Single Championship, which was in Cyprus.
So you represented you represented the Philippines or you represented Poland for the World
Poland.
Singles?
Yeah.
Wow.
Kasi wala silang choice. Wala silang choice
Wow.
masyado sa Poland.
So teka muna. So you were not just simply playing games. Amongst Filipinos in Poland, you actually represented the Poland sa bowling, tama ba?
I used to, yeah. Kasi
Oh,
wala masyadong
wow.
players. There are not many women bowlers in Poland that time.
Yeah, but still, a
So I had
Filipino
a chance, yeah. So I had a chance,
representing
yes.
Poland. Okay. So you started
Yeah.
playing in 2000, 2001, 2000. That was when you were already in Poland o nasa Pilipinas ka pa?
No, I started my bowling career in Poland.
Okay. Bakit? Boring
In
ba ang buhay diyan?
fact,
Parang nabore ka and then you were looking for an outlet.
no,
So,
I used to work in American School of Warsaw. So of course, every time during lunchtime, it's a bit boring hearing all the problems of your colleagues and complaints about work. Sometimes it's natural to complain about work, right? So they opened a bowling center, which was like 2 minutes walk from the American School of Warsaw at the time. So instead of having lunch with them, I'll go for 2 or 3 games almost every day, every lunch break of mine, and that's how I started my bowling. It was just for
ah,
fun,
for fun. And then you got
which
addicted
I
to it.
did, yeah, and I didn't know that it will go that far, that I will have experience to be in a world championship.
Wow, World Championship representing Poland. But how did you?
Yeah.
Okay, when did you? Okay, so you started in 2000 or 2001. Okay, 2022 na ngayon. So over 20 years ka nang nagbo-bowling
Yeah.
and you're addicted to it. Pero when did you become proficient or good at bowling?
Um, after after 5 years being in Poland and playing and then during that time, of course, after 2 years I started bowling in Poland. I met many Polish bowlers, so they introduced me to be in their club and so on. So for 3 years I was using house ball until I get my own personal ball.
Yan ang inaabangan ko kay Direk
And
ngayon. Yung ilalabas yung mga tatanungin ko, ikaw ba'y nananalo? May mga trophies ka ba? May medals ka ba? Ayan ang ano.
merong konti.
Ito. Oy, ang
That,
bilis naman.
that
Ang bilis.
is in Malaysia, and that is in Poland.
Lahat to sa'yo? Lahat yan sa'yo?
Yes.
Wow, grabe, no? Parang nakakaingit ah. Oh, wow. So, how does
At
your,
wala masyadong
okay, wala bang problema yan sa husband mo, for example? Because I know that you're now, once
Well,
you start
he is my biggest fan,
okay, he's your biggest
and
fan,
he is my
okay?
biggest supporter
Ayun. Ba, pre-empt mo na
of
yung
my
question ko.
bowling. He sponsors.
Pre-empt mo na yung question ko. Ang question ko sana sa'yo yung mga husband mo siyempre, because nananalo ka na ng trophies and medals, you get more motivated and probably spend more time in the bowling alley, di ba? Na baka nakakaligtaan mo yung mga date ninyo, yung mga private time ninyo, di ba? Baka nagsiselos. Pero hindi pala. Supportive.
No. Very
Ayan.
supportive. I can't say anything about it.
Okay. All right. So, teka muna. Dahil ikaw ay taga Poland and now you're now in Sri Lanka, Kuala Lumpur, di ba? Malaysia?
Malaysia.
Oo. Teka muna, let me ask you, ano tawag dito? Ano ba tanong ko? Nawala tuloy sa ano ko, nadidistract ako doon sa biglang may lumalabas sa harap ko eh. Ano ba tawag dito?
Paano kami nag-meet?
Yun. Paano ka napunta sa Poland? Oo, dahil siyempre, husband mo, Polish. Paano ngayon? Paano ka? How did it come about? Yeah, yes.
Okay. Just to cut the story short, he used to work, he was assigned in Singapore. That was early 80s. And that time, he has a friend who is his boss, a Danish friend. And then, to cut the story short, said that I have a friend who are looking for a girlfriend, this and that. And then we met. I flew to Singapore. And then we got married there after 2 years we are being together. So that's the shortest way.
Okay, where are you from in the Philippines? So, okay. So, I thought he was in Singapore working, but you were also in Singapore. So,
Yeah.
hindi pala. You were actually in the
No,
Philippines.
no. I was in the
And-
Philippines.
Which part? Saan ka sa Pilipinas?
Maragondon, Cavite. I'm Caviteña.
Sa Cavite. Sa malapit lang. Almost Metro Manila. Malapit na. Di ba? In
Yeah,
a way.
Caviteña.
Caviteña ka pala. Okay, okay. So,
Yeah.
from Cavite, what were you doing back then? Because syempre, when you got married to him and he brought you to Poland, syempre, you were working at the American school in Warsaw. But what were you doing prior
Yeah.
to meeting him?
Well, before back in Philippines, maaga ako na byuda. And then I just tried, to look for a better life, different life in abroad. So it happens that my godmother knows someone. They said that this is my husband now, looking for a wife. So it's like matchmaking. That's what happened.
Okay. So good. So
So we stayed 2 years together.
So you were a housewife,
And I
plain house.
cooking. Yeah,
So you were
I'm
a plain housewife.
Yeah.
Plain housewife then,
Yeah.
and then your hubby passed away, yung original hubby mo, and then so eventually, so you weren't working while he was working, yung hubby mo, no husband mo. You were not working.
I was not working at all. In
Okay,
fact.
all right. Okay. Ipapasok ko lang kasi meron ako ritong kaibigan. He's a very good friend of mine, based siya sa UK.
Yeah.
Siguro ito, I don't know if I should call it, promotor is a proper word to say, na promotor ng bowling to. And we've been talking about bowling, no? Like I said, I hated bowling because when I first played it just for once, yung body aches ko katawan ko the whole day, grabe. And so I vowed not to play it again. But I have a friend here. He used to be the managing director of the Philippine National Bank. Now is the managing director of BDO Remit, no? Ito, promotor nito. Tatanungin ko, tignan ko kung sino mas marami sa inyo ng mga medals, trophies. Kasi tignan natin kung meron. No? Let's say good afternoon to Mr. Ronald Sipat. Ronald, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sonny. Good afternoon, Belinda. Good evening,
Good
Belinda.
afternoon,
Sorry.
Mr. Ronald Sipat.
Yeah.
Oo. Now, tinanong ko she started in 2001, 2000 something, no? At adik siya sa playing of what do you call this? Of bowling. Ikaw, you've done so many in Mabuhay Bowling Center. You've done a lot of tournaments. Ikaw, tell us something about how did it start with you?
Actually, nag-start akong mag-bowling nung na-assign ako sa Italy, sa Rome. That's why in 1998, na-assign ako sa Rome, galing ako Japan. Alam mo yun ang pinagkakaabalahan nila, mostly ng mga kliyente ko, involved sa bowling. In fact, one of the biggest client I have there is yung grupo ng Iglesia ni Cristo. So, they have a regular bowling tournament. Until such time na, sige nga, maglaro na rin ako. I'm using house ball during the time. You know? And hanggang sa bumili na rin ako, katulad din ni Belinda, bumili rin ako ng sarili kong bola kasi ang hirap maglaro ng house ball eh. And doon na nagsimula ang lahat since nasa bangko nga ako noon. So, ang naging nangyari, nagpapatournament kami for our clients. Kasi dati nag-i-sponsor lang hanggang maging player na rin.
Anong year to? Okay, you said anong year to? Yung sinabi mo na ma-assign ka?
In 1998, Sunny. From 1998 to 2006, I was in Rome, Italy.
Okay. All right. You mentioned about house ball. I-deduce ko na lang ako. Ibig sabihin na, ang house ball ba yung nandoon sa mismong bowling alley o bowling place? You bought your ball. Bakit hindi ka pa pwede mag-rely sa bola doon sa ano? Bakit kailangan bumili ka ng bola?
Mahirap kaya nga yung halimbawa, nagsisimula, okay lang dahil wala ka namang option kasi nag-start ka. So, kunin mo lang yung kaya mong i-carry na weight. Normally, may 8, may 10, may 9, may 12, may 13, may 14 na pounds. No? Pwede mong kunin yon and then you can play it. But yung butas niya, hindi kasya minsan sa daliri mo eh. So, hindi consistent yung throw mo dahil minsan dumudulas, you can just throw it. So, it would always be best na meron ka talagang sariling ball na yung hole itself fitted doon sa kamay mo, sa daliri mo.
So you go to a sports shop. Saan mo nabibili? Sports shop. And then you try all sizes. Ganon?
Normally, lahat ng bowling center, minsan meron siyang kaliling talaga nagtitinda ng bola itself and may nagdi-drill din, no? May nagbubutas na yan. So they will measure yung finger mo doon sa hole bago nila butasan yan, no?
Okay, sorry, Ronald, ano yung huling sinabi mo? Hindi, Nald, ano yung huling sinabi mo?
I was saying, yung sa lahat ng bowling centers, normally may mga nagtitinda na ng bola yan. At the same time, may nagbubutas na rin. No? They drill the balls according to your fingers.
Really? Okay. Akala ko yan by standard na yan. Meron doon, pupunta ka lang, laruin mo na lang, no? So, okay,
No.
because you mentioned that, I never knew that na binubutasan pala, meron palang machine na nagbubutas, no? My
Yes.
question is bowling an expensive sport? I mean, magastos ba in terms of paying for the lane, buying your own ball, probably having some, I don't know, may mga wrists, bands, or I don't know. Is it expensive?
Yes, Sunny, I think expensive yan. Depende sa pinaglalaruan mo, no? May mga nakakamura ka. Like, for example, here in London, pag Sabado-Linggo, meron kaming tinatawag na Dawn Raiders. Pagka pumunta ka ng Saturday and Sunday from 8 to 10, you can play in one game at 125, 1 pound and 25. Pero kung hindi ka doon sa special time na yon, normally lumalabas na 6 pounds to 7 pounds per game.
Oh, Ronald, ito shot ng lugar nila. Pakita natin. Dali kagad, direct. Ayan, no? Kasi baka mamaya bigla siya mag-switch. Ayan, yan pala Philinda. Yan palang diyan kayo naglalaro, Philinda? Diyan kayo naglalaro? Philinda? Oh, nawala siya. Philinda? Diyan pa kayo naglalaro, Philinda? It's your turn. Ayan, panoorin na. Oh, it's your turn. So habang mag-turn, pwede mo ba anyway, baka ako habang magkausap tayo ipasok ni sa isang gilid yung shot na yan. But Pau. Okay, so it's quite expensive pala. So may special time. Ano yan, parang kumbaga sa inuman, happy hour, ganun?
Oo, parang ganun, Sunny. Mas mura, oo. Ayan.
Okay. Yung kanina binanggit ko, Ronald, minsan lang ako naglaro niyan. JNT Building, nandun ang DCRJ FM, nandun ang DWXX station, kung saan ako DJ nung araw. Merong katapat yun sa may, bridge yun, basta sa Santa Mesa, Discovery. Minsan lang ako naglaro, ang sakit ng katawan ko the following day, ayoko na. Dahil siguro sa bigat, sa pagbato ng no? Ikaw ba, wala ka experience na gano'n? First time mo naglaro?
I can relate to you, Sunny. Ganyan din ang naging experience ko noon. Para akong lalagnatin no? Alam mo yun? Para masakit yung mga hita mo, binti mo, no? Talagang, parang tama yung sabi mo, parang ayaw mo nang ulitin. Pero, siyempre, out of necessity, dahil nga yun yung engagement mo sa mga kliyente mo, sa mga kaibigan mo, sumunod na laro na, okay na. O, naulit ulit. Ang sabi nga nila, ulitin mo lang yan, mawawala na.
Okay. Direct, pakitanggal yung nutshot o natural sound o kaya ambient sound ng bowling para hindi masyadong ipatay mo lang yung nutshot nila, yung nutshot lang. Yan, patay lang. Okay. So, learning the game, Ronald, how long would it take one to be proficient? Kamukha ng golf, it takes a while, no? Matagal yan matutunan, yung tamaan mo yung bola, paluin. In fact, challenge yun, yung tamaan mo, pag nagsiswing ka. Ito, I don't know, how do you call swing? Throw ang tawag ba? Ano ba tawag nyo? Throw? Ano ba tawag nyo?
Throw, yeah, throw.
Throw.
So, yung swing mo, tsaka yung throw mo rin, yeah. So, ako kasi sa tingin ko, no, minsan kailangan mo ring gamitin yung yung utak mo no. Ako kasi ganoon ang every time na nag-engage ako sa isang activity, minsan inaano mo rin yung yung kung paano mo aralin mo rin kung paano, no. Kasi meron talagang natural player Pag bato niyan, alam mo na talagang he will be a good player. Ako hindi ganoon Inaral ko lang talaga at talaga tinitiyaga ko lang, no. Meron talagang natural player na sinasabi.
Okay.
Ako, it took me a while, no, bago matuto siguro. Mga several games. And
Nal,
it takes some practice.
Nal, ikaw ba yung merong medals? May trophies? Meron ka naman ba? O meron na ba?
Sa dami naman ng nasalihan natin, meron din. Oo, may mga trophies din tayo nakuha sa Italy, tapos din dito sa UK. Pero hindi ako katulad ni Pelina, no? Ni Pelinda. In fact, alam mo na ngayon ko lang nalaman may one thing in common kami ni Pelinda eh.
Which
Hindi
is?
lang bowling.
Oh.
Belinda is from Cavite, Caviteño from Maragondon. Ako naman Caviteño rin from General Trias, no?
Taga General.
I see. Okay.
Oh, yes. Oh, ito one of the founders to ng Caviteños UK. Ito si Ronald. And the organization is quite new, and yet they have, I don't want to say surpass, syempre may kaibigan natin yung mga ibang organizations, but grabe ang nagawa ng Caviteños UK in terms of hosting or organizing events, and doing some projects, matindi yan. Ano ba tawag doon? Homecoming, and then they do the mga, ano ba ginagawa nyo? How do you call that? Yung mga
We had medical missions.
mga missions. Yan. Yan.
In
Okay.
Cavite.
All right. Well, so anybody can take it up. Ang suggestion ba ninyo, Felinda at saka Ronald, if somebody wants to play it, they will have to buy their own ball?
I would suggest, no, if you really want
Yeah,
to
it's
progress
better.
doon sa laro mo, you need to have your own ball, yung shoes mo, para hindi ka lagi pupunta doon, no? Gagamit ka rin ng shoes na ginagamit ng iba, no?
At titira mo na siya. Titira daw muna siya. Titira siya. Tignan natin ko. Pwede bang kunan yung tira niya? Titira daw siya. Ayun. Hindi, pero teka muna, Ronald. Okay. Ilang 10 tawag ba yan? 10 pin, yung mga pin, di ba? 10 pin ba yan tawag? Yan, 10 pin, tama. Okay. Pag tinira mo yan, hindi naman minsan nakukuha isang tira eh, di ba?
Oo.
Okay, ang tanong, bibili ka ba dalawa o tatlong bola? Ganyan? O isang bola rin sinasabi mo kanina?
Isang bola lang. Meron kasi yung mga professional na nag-i-invest siya ng the minimum of 2, no? Kasi yung isa, basically, yung tinatawag nila na parang pinang-i-straight ball lang nila, no? Yung isa naman, yung talaga reactive. Tinatawag na nilang reactive na may yung umiikot yung bola, yung gano'n. So normally,
Teka muna,
tulad
Ronald.
na nila Pelinda yung mga naglalaro, normally may minimum of 2 balls yan. 3 balls, 4 balls, 5 balls, pataas siya.
So ganun pala. Oo, ganun pala. Akala ko, kasi di ba, pagka kung sinabi mo isa lang binili mo paano yung second, third shots mo? May mga bola pa ron, di ba? So mapipilitan kang gamitin yung hindi mo size. Ika nga, di ba?
Hindi, yung pa rin. Iintayin mo yun siyempre yung bolang itinro mo. You will wait for it kung isa lang talaga ang bola mo.
Okay. I
Babalik
got you
naman
now.
yun.
Naintindihan ko na ngayon.
Babalik naman yun.
At least lumilinaw yung pag-intindi ko sa laro mo. Isa laro ninyong Nakaka-addict ba? Ang tanong, nakaka-addict ba, Ronald?
Alam mo, dumaan ako sa sa pace na yan. There was a time na talagang inaabot kami sa Italy. Mag-uumpisa kami ng 8 hanggang 12 o'clock. Naglalaro kami. Katuwaan lang baga. Minsan may mga pustahan na 1 euro bawat game, no? Kung sino lang manalo doon sa 10 kayo. So may kabig na 10 euro yung mananalo. So pang lang. And inaabot kami minsan ng 12 o'clock noon kasi unang-una, yun talaga yung may pakisama mo sa mga naandong kapwa Pilipino natin. And at the same time, nakilala ka na nga na nagpapabowling, nag-i-sponsor. So, yun. At tapos, nung nasa Italy naman ako, binata tayo doon sana, hindi natin kasama sila Mrs. noon. So,
okay.
Practically, opisina, bowling center. Opisina, bowling center. That's the way of life when I was there. No.
Okay. Question sa inyong dalawa. To you, Felinda, and to you, Ronald. Me, from scratch, from zero, when can I be kind of decent? Kailan ako pwedeng maging decent player of bowling? Kailan ako pwedeng tipong okay na ako? A year, 1 month, 6 months from now, for example. I'm putting myself in the shoes of yung mga bagong maglalaro pa lang. Dahil na-inganyo nyo. Ano yan?
That depends sa limit ng pagbabowling.
Pwede ba mag-bowling ng araw-araw? Pwede ba mag-bowling ng araw-araw?
Yes, why not if you can?
Okay,
I can bowl every day.
If I were to bowl every day, when can I be proficient? Kagano ka bilis ako matututo kaya? O gaganda o husay na pwede na?
Depende sa talent mo.
Ah.
Sa capacity mo to learn.
Oo, hindi. Pero bigyan natin hula lang, parang ballpark figure. Ronald, ikaw, anong sa palagay mo? If I
Ako
started
Sunny,
now.
if you started now, I think
Sandali,
in a week's
titira
time,
Oh, sige, sige.
in a week's time na araw-araw ka naglalaro, I think in a week's time magiging ano ka na, magiging kahit paano decent na yung laro mo, no. When I say decent, when you score above 100 already, that's the time na magpo-progress na yung laro mo no. So, as long
Okay,
as
okay.
nakaka 100 ka na, I think that's the time na masasabi mong you can play decently na ng bowling, ano. And ako, based on my kung may time ako noon, siguro after 1 week kaya ko na 'yon, yung ano na 'yon.
Do you, direct, pakipatay yung ambient sound pagka wala siya. Pakipatay lang kasi nakakaano. Okay. Yan ba, for example, kailangan yung mga athletes, 'di ba? Sometimes they do some kunyari yung mga some other things na exercise. Kunyari yan ba pwede kunyari mag-practice ka ng shot put o kuha ka ng bato ka lang ng bato. Is there anything that kailangan ba i-strengthen mo yung throwing arm mo? O meron bang ganun? O doon ka na mismo
Yes,
Oh.
Sana yung iba ganun talaga ginagawa, nag-exercise muna, reach out, jog for a while, magpapawis ng konti, and then flex ng muscles, no. Kailangan talaga 'yon. Yung iba naman doon na mismo sa actual bowling. So yung first game niya, walang ano 'yan, parang
Warm up.
painit pa lang 'yon, no. Warm up lang 'yon, no. So,
Okay. Well, okay. Teka muna. Siguro ano na lang, siguro anong advice ninyo for somebody like me or yung mga viewers natin, because we found kayo, grabe, no? You love bowling. And parang I am fascinated with you guys. Fascinated ako na ba't addict to sa bowling, no? So, what's the beauty of bowling and mga tips nyo, suggestions sa aming mga eventually magiging we'll go into bowling. Sige, unahin natin ladies first, Ronald. Sige. Advice and tips and what to do. Please, Felinda, go ahead.
And tips para matuto ka agad.
Anything. It's a bowling. Kunyari, it's a bowling.
And tips.
Kung magsisimula na kami.
Yeah. You have to learn the basics, of course, of bowling. What is the weight of the ball? How you release the ball? This and that. Kasi nung nag-aaral ako, matuto ako mag-bowling on my own lang. Walang nagturo sa akin. So, I'm kind of a natural bowler. So, later on, tinuturuan na ako ng mga kaibigan ko sa team. It was a bit hard for me to copy their style.
Ayun.
So, that
Natural
depends
ka.
on the
Natural.
yeah.
Okay. Alright. Pakilagay yung lower thirds natin, direct. Okay, so now ikaw, mga final words, tips, or paano yeah.
Well, sa akin ang pinaka-importante, Sunny, kaya nga ito na nga naging sports ko other than basketball. Hindi ako na ano sa ibang sport like golf na katulad ng mga kaibigan natin. You really have to find time na dito and commit yourself na you want to learn bowling and make it as your talagang kumbaga ito ba yung libangan ko na, ito ba yung magiging hobby ko. Make it your really hobby and commit and kahit paano magkaroon ka rin ng konting investment. Hindi pwede yung one time lang and ang pinaka-importante sa rito, find someone, a friend, a brother, a relatives na pwede mong makasama. Kasi kung ikaw lang din mag-isa, minsan mahirap. Pero kung meron kang kasama na nag-i-enjoy doon sa laro na yon, palagay ko mas mabilis kang mapapasok dito sa game na to sa bowling. Because all the rest, continuous learning pa rin yan. Tama yung sabi niya, learn the basic and then, start taking some advices from those who are really more or less professional in the game already.
Okay, all right. So, yeah, thank you, Ronald, no? Maraming salamat sa iyo. Direct, pasok mo lang ng konti shot lang ng lugar na yan. Maski hindi na siya magpaalam, ipakita lang natin yung kung saan naglalaro. Ngayon, si Linda yan. Si Linda Gzbovska, no? Multi-titled na Pinay na nasa Poland pero nasa Kuala Lumpur ngayon. And she represented Ronald, Philippines sa Poland. Poland, Poland
Yes,
in the World Singles or something like that. No, sinasabi niya World Singles.
In fact,
So,
just additional info, Tani,
Yes.
Belinda played here in UK in 2018. Because in
right.
2018, the Bobuhay Striker Bowling League, where I am a member, hosted the World Overseas Filipino Bowling Tour in
Okay.
2018 here in Heathrow, sa bowling airport ball in Heathrow. No?
Are we gonna
So
have
dito
another one?
ginanap yun.
Magkakaroon na naman
Sorry?
ba? Nasa pipeline ba yan,
Yes,
Ronald?
this 2022, it will be held in Dubai.
Umiikot. Umiikot pala yan. Okay.
Umiikot yan. In 2019, they hold it in Vienna, Austria. So in 2018, we were lucky to host it, the PIP, World Overseas Bowling Tours. And si
Very good.
Belinda is one of the winners noon dito sa UK. She was second runner-up in ladies all events, I think.
Okay.
You remember that, Belinda? You were
Belinda, runner-up ka pala. Second runner-up ka dito sa London when they had the
when you played
overseas.
here in UK
I
and World
won
Overseas.
the Masters.
She won the Masters.
Masters.
Sa London. Okay.
Yeah.
But Belinda, many thanks. Thank you very much. And many
Okay,
thanks.
sorry,
We appreciate.
ha?
No. It's okay. It's okay. We're glad. In fact, we're so glad.
Wrong timing.
No, we have a perfect shot of how you guys are playing. Yung mga, lahat para mga Pinoy dyan
Okay.
sa Malaysia. So you take care. Ingat. Thank you very much.
I'm the only Pinay. Sorry?
The only Pinay. Okay, the only Pinay. Okay, so thank you.
Okay,
Philinda.
I'm the only one.
Okay, mabuhay ka. Thank you very much.
Sige.
Sige, Ronald, thank you
you.
very much. Mabuhay kayong
Thank
dalawa.
you, Sunny.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank
Sige,
you.
ayan. Sige. Okay. Yan, mga kaibigan, ang ating mga kaibigang si Ronald Sipat, all the way from, si Ronald Sipat, taga London lang. But si Philinda, all the way from Kuala Lumpur, but originally from Poland. So, we're gonna, break lang muna tayo, direct, sa yung ating, pasok lang natin yung Forex cargo natin, and maraming salamat, no? And of course, no, we'll have a short break. Pagbalik ko natin yung summer tips, no? Bibigay ho sa atin ng ating travel expert, no? Si Eman de Guzman, no? All right. We're gonna have a short break. Wag ko kayo alis. Saglit po lamang.
Mula doon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
%100% all natural. Tasty. Healthy. Versatile. 4 unique flavors. Taste a real sauce. Galetos.
Okay, balik ko tayo sa ating programa, no? Well, that was quite a nice chat with Philinda, no? And Ronald Sipat, no? Philinda Gzbowska. Ayan. Mahirap po i-pronounce eh. Napakabigat to. Polish, no? Okay. Ayan. Ito na ang ating next segment. Go, go, go! Ayan, may travel corner tayo. Alamin natin, no? Let's say hello to our, alamin natin yung mga best summer places to go to this summer. Ang summer, another 9 months yan bago bumalik. Kaya sabantalayin ho natin, huwag nating i-waste yung summertime natin. I'll try my best to do as much activity as I can this summer. Yeah, life is like that. Enrich it by way of my experiences, no? So, kayo ho kailangan gumawa ng effort. Anyway, let's say hello to our very good-looking friend, no? A travel expert na nakabase sa Algarve, Portugal. Eman, good afternoon.
Good looking talaga, Sir Sonny. Kamusta po kayo, Mr. Laragan? I'm so
Okay.
glad to be back on the show.
Yes, yes. Oh, yeah, akala ko biglang natapos yung Okay, magandang hapon sa iyo. And well, it's nice to see you again, no? Yeah. When
Same here.
when we talk of experiences or mga travels and tours and everything, we think of you in a way, no? Eman, let's talk about siguro ano ba meron na tayo ngayon mga ilan ang summer places natin na pupuntahan ngayon, the top summer places. I know there's a lot, but we'll do it like in a series,
Right,
no? Parang 'di ba, as we go along, every time we get to see you, you give us yung mga tips natin. So ngayon, sino ang mga magandang places, top summer places to go to in Europe this summer?
This time, I'll focus on just 2 places. Ang dami nating summer destinations na pwedeng puntahan dito sa Europe right now. Dito sa travel industry, merong dalawa ngayon, which is Spain at saka Portugal. So dyan ngayon pumupunta yun. So actually pangalawa is really Spain. Number 1 because of the weather, Mr. Laragan.
Okay.
Weather and of course yung summer vibe at saka culture ng
Alright.
Spain of course.
Ano ba ang purpose ito, direct? But may number 2? But parang may countdown tayo? Ganun? Sige nga, play mo nga yan. May countdown ba yun o nakaganyan lang yan? Nakapasok doon. O sige, papasok mo kami sa gilid na dalawa. Okay.
So unahin natin yung Spain. Yeah,
Sige, dali lang, Eman. Mukhang nasa gilid tayo. Mukhang yan. Isa lang pala. Okay. Sige. Alright, unahin natin Spain. Go. Sige, switch ba tayo? Sandali lang ayun. O yun. Okay. So Spain. Sandali
Pangalawa dun sa list ko.
Okay, Spain. Sa pagsabi mo ng Spain, pagugulungin yan. Ganun ba ang direct? Hindi ko naintindihan to.
Alright. Yeah.
Tingnan natin. PNG lang ba yan? Meron bang video yan? O wala? Yan na yan.
No.
PNG lang. PNG lang. Okay. Alright, sige. Number 2, Spain. O sige, ano nasa Spain?
So, pangalawa, Spain. So, number
Spain.
1, last year, nandito ako, Mr. Laragan, Barcelona. Okay?
Wow, Barcelona, Spain. Oh.
Barcelona. Isa sa
simbahan
mga
yan,
summer destination. Doon ako last October.
Familia, ano
Last
pangalan
October.
yan? Ano pangalan ng simbahan yan?
Sagrada Familia.
Sagrada Familia. Oh. Okay yan. It's a nice Barcelona used to be the Olympics of 19, I forgot kung anong year yun, no? Barcelona Olympics. I don't know if you've heard of it. Anong year ba yan? Direct, malalaman natin. Okay, so Barcelona ba to? Meron ba tayo another picture na papakita? Sige, go ahead please, Direct. Meron ka bang ano? O yan lang yan?
So, isa yung Barcelona.
Isa lang yan?
Alright.
Barcelona, okay.
Just to let you know a little bit about Barcelona, isa siya sa mga tao dito, tallest religious building sa Europe. And yung Barcelona, itong Sagrada Familia na to, this is under construction for nearly over a century. So, I mean, last visit ko dito, ginagawa siya. Siguro, I think 4 years ago. And last October, nandiyan ako ulit, Mr. Laragan. And until then, ginagawa pa rin siya. So, gawa to kasi ni Gaudi. So, isa siya sa mga parang main attractions sa Spain actually.
Oh, yes. Pag Barcelona, no? At saka Barcelona, they speak a different language. Well, Catalan Catalonia yan.
Yes.
Catalonia yan.
Catalan.
So, Catalan region yan. So, in fact, just to give you a background there, Barcelona would like to be separated, Catalonia would like to be separated from Spain, no?
That's right.
From mainland Spain, yan, no? Nakulong pa yata, o tumakbo yung kanilang, hindi ko alam, kung minister nila, nagpunta yata ng Brussels.
Yes.
Oo,
Yes.
tumakbo ron, no? Dahil, kasi gumawa siya ng rally or something, tas aresto and tumakbo. Okay, well, it's beautiful. Sagrada Familia, it is a church. Sabi mo, it took about
Napakagandang city, yeah.
century, no? Ano yan, coastal din yan eh. Malapit sa coast yan eh. Sa tubig.
That's true. So, kung gusto nyo ng parang beach na vibe, nandun yung culture, nandyan yung La Rambla, okay? Famous La Rambla. Isa yung Barcelona sa mga considerations nyo for a holiday.
Okay, all right. Okay. May other picture pa ba tayo dyan sa Barcelona, Direct? Ano ba mga photos? Ibang photo ba yan?
No, meron tayong next. Yung next natin in Spain,
lumabas
dahil
yung-
we're talking about Spain.
Lumabas yung audio mo sa monitor natin,
Yes.
Direct, ha? Okay, go ahead.
So yung next natin is, I don't know if you've been here, Mr. Laragan, yung Malaga. Malaga,
Malaga,
Spain.
Malaga. Oh, Malaga,
Okay?
yes. Malaga,
Malaga,
okay.
Malaga, Spain. All right?
Ah,
Malaga, Spain.
right.
If you're
Okay.
right, if you're looking at finest resorts at saka hotels dito sa Spain, sa Malaga kayo, yung vibe niyan ng parang luxury with yung nabanggit ko last time regarding luxury resorts sa Mexico, para siyang ganito. Oh, so yan yung Malaga. So 300 days sun sa isang taon, widely spoken yung English. It's a beach haven, all right? Tapos yung culture tsaka historical sites, napakaganda. So isa to sa mga ano ngayon, ang mga leisure and lifestyle destinations, Malaga, Spain, aside
May,
from Barcelona.
may punantahan ako dyan, malapit dyan yung, I was mentioning earlier, I forgot now, yung kung saan mayayaman, merong Punta Baños, Bañes ba? Punta Baños? Baños Punta.
Right.
Oo, yung kung saan naka-dock yung mga yacht, no? Pero Malaga, in
Yeah.
fact, ang mga coast kasi niya, Costa Blanca. So Costa Blanca would be yung...
Costa
yung
Sol, yes.
Yan. Ito Costa del Sol to. I just wanted to say
Yes.
that the properties between Costa Blanca and Costa del Sol, mas mahal ang nasa Costa del Sol sa south, yung area ng mga Malaga, pababa na yan. Yan, mas mahal yan. Kunyari, kung bibili ako ng property, same property, kunyari, in simple terms, 100,000 euros, kunyari, sa Costa Blanca, pagdating sa Costa del Sol, mas mataas, 150, 200,000. So, ibig sabihin, mas
Right.
prime ang Costa del Sol kaysa Costa Blanca, no? Para maganda ang Spain all throughout. So, good. Ano pa
That's
meron
right.
dyan? So,
premium yung Malaga eh. Yeah.
yeah, Malaga, yes. So, may castle yata.
Isa sa pinaka-paborito ko, direct yung next, Mr. Sonny Laragan, Seville, Spain. Alright? So I'm just 2 hours away mula dito sa Seville. Sevilla. Exactly.
Sevilla,
Sevilla, famous dyan yung mga flamenco dancing, yung mga architectural design. Pag nakita mo, sinasabi dito, this is Spain's most intriguing place. Dito yung mga, sinot yung Game of Thrones, may isang portion sa Game of Thrones episode doon na dito sinot sa Seville. So, one of the most beautiful Andalusia, places sa Spain yung Seville. Alright?
Andalusia is a region eh. Andalusia is a region.
It's a region, yeah.
Alicante,
part
Valencia
ng Seville.
region. Kasi ang
Right.
Spain is composed of many regions eh. Parang ano sila eh. Parang mga, ang tawag dito, para sa Pilipinas, meron tayong ano ba tawag dito? Cordillera Autonomous Region. Ganyan, parang Moro, parang ganun eh. Mga autonomous regions yan eh, magkakasama. In fact, Spain is not a new country. It's a new country. Ang totoo. Kasi yung may mga kingdom yan, nagsama-sama na lang to become Spain. Just like Italy, no? Ang Italy may Kingdom of Venice.
Right.
Nagsama-sama yan. Ngayon, nakikita nyo Italy, pero bago lang yung mga bansa na yan eh, kung tutusin. Bago na grouping. So, hindi ko alam kung napunta na ako sa Sevilla. Napunta na ako, kasi Andalusia is a region, no? So, andyan yung mga Granada,
Right.
yung mga Malaga, ganyan siguro, no? So, yeah, nice, ha? I don't know kung napunta ako rin. So,
maganda dyan, may direct flight from the UK. So, may direct flight,
wow.
UK to Sevilla. Yeah, so yun yung maganda dyan. Kaya, talking about direct flights, pwede na silang dumiretso ngayon dun sa next ko, which is Portugal. Okay?
okay
So,
na, okay. Napunta tayo sa one ngayon, sa one tayo.
is just-
Ayan, okay. Portugal tayo nilipad
yan
ngayon.
yung number one sa akin. Medyo may bias ako kasi taga dito ako eh. So, dito yung
Talaga,
dito ako
okay.
nakastay.
Oy.
So, it's just 2 hours away from here. So, Portugal, isa sa mga, of course, yung capital ng Portugal is Lisbon.
Lisbon.
Alright. Hindi ko alam kung nakarating ka na rito sa Portugal, Mr. Lara.
Wala pa.
Nakarating ka na ba?
Wala pa ako narating. Kaya ako gusto pumunta sa Portugal because of the Fatima, di ba? Siyempre, that's the thing that's known
Yeah.
for di ba? Pero, hindi pa. But Lisbon, okay. Sa Europe po, mga kaibigan, may mga nanonood sa atin na hindi taga-Europe, may mga dalawang pangalan, kung ano yung local na pangalan at yung international na pangalan. Kasi ang alam ko sa Lisbon, Lisboa yan eh. Di ba? Pagka-local.
Lisboa, yes.
Pagka-local, ganan. Kamukha sa Germany, for example, punta ka sa Cologne. Ang spelling ng English ng Cologne, yung Cologne na pabango. Pero pag napunta ka mismo sa Cologne, sa Germany, ang spelling la Koln. Yun ang Cologne.
That's true. Yeah.
Ganon, Parang punta ka sa Venice. Sa Venice, English name Venice, pero ang pangalan niya locally, Venetia. Ganon. Parang Rome.
Yung local names,
Rome,
right.
Roma.
Roma.
Milan, English word, Milano, ang Italian name. So Lisboa to. Lisboa. Okay. Wow, okay.
Right. So,
is it a big city? Is it a
Lisbon,
big city?
if you are-
Go ahead.
This is the biggest city here in Portugal. So if you are looking at sunny weather,
Oh.
fado, I don't know if you heard about fado music,
Hindi.
sobrang friendly ng mga locals, right? It's a
okay.
Roman Catholic country. So actually dyan yung talagang nandyan din yung pastel de nata. Ewan ko kung natikman nyo na yun, but it's one of the best
Nata would be,
delicacies.
ano ba nata de coco? Ano ba nata? Parang caramel? Or I don't know, ano ba? Nata de coco. So, ibig sabihin
milk
coconut
siya.
candy.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Sige. Good. So, Lisbon, it's good. All right.
Lisbon.
Okay.
Second
Second.
biggest city in Portugal. Still talking about Portugal. Porto. All right?
Oh.
I was there last year and nakita ko yan, Douro River. So, Porto is famous on port wine, historical center. Yung nakikita mo na yan, Mr. Laragan, it's a UNESCO heritage site. All
World
right?
Heritage Site.
So,
World
since
Heritage Site.
1996. Right.
Oh,
Heritage
okay.
site. So, yung nandun sa kabilang tawag dito, it's tawag nila Riviera. Riviera.
May bridge, no?
Dyan yung, right. Eh yung bridge na yan, yung gumawa ng Eiffel Tower. Alright?
Oh, okay.
Yung gumawa ng bridge na yan is the one who built the Eiffel Tower as well. That's why protected siya ng UNESCO, even the houses na makukulay na nandyan. So, it's very laid back. So, it's totally different naman ng vibe mula sa Lisbon. But this one is parang old town, Mr. Laragan.
You said Riviera kasi merong French Riviera, merong Italian Riviera, merong British Riviera, ganun, parang Riviera, parang coastline yan coastal na, di ba? Parang ganun, Riviera. No? So,
When you say Riviera, river siya, river. So,
oh.
yung nakikita mo na to, it's Douro River. Alright?
Douro River,
So,
okay.
Kaya itong lugar na to, kaya isa siya sa mga famous destinations dito kasi rin siya, cruise port din siya, Mr. Laragan. So nagda-dock din dyan yung mga cruises. Right.
Okay.
River
Would you know the
yeah.
Would you know the nearest airport? Kasi hindi mo naman pwedeng sabing UK lang manggagaling diyan. May mga kababayan tayong from different parts of Europe. So they will be meron ba airport malapit diyan? Anong airport diyan?
Merong malapit na airport sa Porto Kasi malapit na rin to sa pinakadulong kabila naman ng Spain because this is north ng Portugal. Alright? Hindi lang ako familiar dun sa name. Hindi ko alam kung ano yung name
Sige,
ng
okay.
airport sa kanya.
Yeah, but nice, Nice.
But
I love it,
more of laid back and old town na vibe. Gusto ko dyan kasi may port wine. Sarap ng wine nila.
You're based in Algarve. If you were to drive from Algarve to Porto, how long would it take you more or less? Ballpark, would you know? Ballpark?
4 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours.
Okay. About 4 hours, malapit lang sa amin niya. Para lang ako nag-drive from London to Manchester. Kasi 2 hours,
yeah.
Birmingham. Another 2 hours, nandun na ako sa Manchester.
Right.
So, ganun lang pala, no? Ganun lang pala ang distansya niya. Okay. So, may next pa tayo?
Algarve. Okay? So, yun nga sabi ko, bias ako dito. Tignan mo naman.
Ganda.
Tignan mo.
Ganda.
Diba?
Wow, galing ha.
Tawag dyan,
Galing.
Benadryl. Alright? So,
Benadryl.
imagine this Benadryl cave. So, bago mo, hindi mo yan mapupuntahan by land So, kailangan mong it's either para makapunta ako dyan, nagkakayak ako, o kaya ang tawag nila dito yung stand-up paddle, SUP. So, pwede kang mag-stand-up paddle, o kaya minsan may boat na nire-rent papunta dyan sa lugar na yan. But, this is one of the best, kumbaga parang tourist destinations dito sa Algarve.
Pwedeng mag-overnight dyan? Kung gusto mo?
Tawag dito beach, parang nasa beach siya. May few minutes away from here, merong hotel na pwede kang mag-overnight and you can just visit yung ganun. But kailangan mo pumunta early in the morning kasi usually maraming tao.
Hindi kasi kaya ako tinanong kasi, kunyari may sweetheart ka, gusto mo mag-overnight ka dyan and be romantic dyan the whole night, di ba? Pwede ba yan o bawal kaya?
Pwedeng-pwede kasi ano yung mga beach dito eh. Ang bawal lang dito, I know, yung mga nag-RV eh. Okay, sila yung may restrictions yung mga ano, yung mga mobile homes. But if you're going to go there, hindi ko lang alam kasi hindi ako familiar kung mataas yung tide nung ano tawag dito nung dagat kapag ganung oras. But
Oo
definitely
nga, baka
marami
mamaya,
akong-
malunod ka naman dyan, no? Oo nga, hindi nyo alam, no? Nakatulog kayo, napagod kayo, nag-romance kayo, mamaya nakatulog kayo, mamaya patay na kayo dahil inaanod na kayo, di ba? So, tama rin. I-check lang, no? Okay, so what's next?
yeah, yan sa best.
Oh, ganda. Ito, ano to? Parang
Diba?
mga city life, city nightlife?
Algarve is famous, alright, sa nightlife. Okay? So ito yung
Oh.
tinatawag na the strip, which is in Albufera. Pag naririnig mo Algarve, di ba? Algarve, Albufera. Because yung history nga ng Albufera, na-conquer sila dati ng mga Moors. Okay?
Okay.
So yung mga Arab yung mga nandito. That's why ganun yung pinangalan sa kanila. So this is an Albufera. So ang tawag sa kanya, the strip. Alright? And isang
Okay.
strip yan, na parang as in
Puro bars.
sobrang ganda ng nightlife. So this is for nightlife.
Oh.
So rather than sa beach ka pag gabi, diyan ka naman pupunta
Ayan.
pagdating ng gabi rather than
Kompleto
Yes.
Ricardo's pala Algarve. Sa daytime, gusto mo mag-swimming, di ba?
Right.
Beach. And then in the evening, meron ka nightlife, medyo masaya, no? Okay. Pagkain.
Pinaka-best, yan ang pinakahuli natin,
Ano yan?
best seafoods para sa akin in the world nandito sa Algarve. Lahat ng mga seafoods
Walang
meron
pangalan yan. Halimbawa sa Spain, they're known for paella o paella. What is Algarve or Portugal known for? Meron bang pagkain na known ang Portugal?
Tawag nila lang dito mariscos eh. They call it mariscos.
Mariscos,
Hindi pa kasi
puro
ako ganun
seafoods.
sa isip. They call it mariscos, yes.
Oh,
But,
lobster.
um,
Galing, ha? Sarap, ha?
Yeah, but natikman ko na yung mga different, seafoods around the world eh. But hindi ko alam eh. Iba yung
Para-
seafoods na gawa nila dito sa Algarve. I don't know.
Nagutom ako kagad. Pagtingin ko doon sa litrato mo, parang sabi ko, wow.
Narinig ko
Puro-
naman nagda-diet ka.
Oo, protein, no. Hindi, pero okay yan. Protein, kasi protein naman yan, eh. Okay lang yan.
Protein.
Oo,
Yes.
protein yan. Oo, ayan. Uy.
Oh,
alright.
ito, para i-wrap up ko everything.
Sige,
Okay.
isang
Sinabi
word
ko
lang
nga,
ang Southampton,
yung-
no? Southampton is just one
Oh,
word, eh.
Southampton,
Single
sorry.
H.
Alright.
Single H ang Southampton, no?
Single H. Alright.
Single H. Di ba
So,
maayos naman ni Direk yan?
Meron tayong mga puso. Pwede yung pakita yung next na ano natin, direct. So,
Ayan.
lahat ng mga destinations sa Europe, alright,
Okay.
for me, if you're going to
Okay.
ask me about destinations, at saka meron
Right.
tayong Portugal, meron tayong Spain, but
Okay.
the best way for me to do
The best
yung
way.
holiday ngayon is
Okay.
mas cheaper, galing sa parang travel guru, or advisor like me, would be a cruise. Okay?
Ooh,
Kasi
yes.
sa cruise, nandyan
Okay.
yung seafoods, nandyan yung nightlife,
Oh.
nandyan yung hotel mo, pwede kang uminom sa gabi, and yung hotel mo nandyan lang yung room mo nandyan lang sa tabi niya, and everything are included, which is accommodations, yung meals mo for the whole, let's say 3 days or 5 nights, na nandyan na everything. And this one, like for example, a Mediterranean cruise would go from like the whole Mediterranean, 5
Okay.
countries to 7 countries
Mm.
in one day. So for me, ito yung
One
mas,
day lang yan? One day
dito.
lang? One day? Maiikot lahat? Ang bilis. Parang...
No, in 7 days. In 7
Kala
days
ko one
or
day.
5
Oo
days.
nga. Okay. 5 days, 7 days. Wow.
One country, ibig sabihin, one country sa isang araw kaya niya mag-visit. Like last October,
Okay.
I was supposed to go on a cruise. Pupunta siya ng Sardinia, and then France, and then Rome, and then ibabalik ka lang din niya ulit, sa Southampton, for example. So, for
Galing,
me,
galing,
mas
galing.
ano siya.
Oy,
So these
maganda.
are options sa inyo for
Okay.
holiday. Yeah.
So, ang options natin ngayon, you can either fly out to, balik na tayo sa 2 shots natin, no? You can either fly out to, from anywhere in Europe and go to these places na sinabi mo, Malaga, Sevilla, ano pa ba yung mga, naano natin kanina, ano pa ba yung mga sa
Malaga.
Spain natin? Ha? Ano yung sa Spain natin? Dalawa yung natanda ko, Malaga, Sevilla, Barcelona. May Barcelona tama na, okay na, direct.
Yes.
Barcelona, Malaga, Spain.
Barcelona is
Okay,
a
so
good
they
port
can
as
travel.
well.
They can fly out, go there, enjoy, no? Pero you were mentioning itong cruises which is fantastic talaga, no? Sevilla. Yeah, Seville. Sevilla. Ayan, ayan, Sevilla, ayan, yung mga nabanggit niya, no, ayan, Malaga, Spain, Barcelona, no, Barcelona, magaganda yan, maganda sa Barcelona, yung Sagrada Familia, no, I enjoy that, so, okay na, direct, or binabanggit ko lang na, parang nire-recap ko lang yun. So, okay yan, or pwede mag-fly, or yung sinasabi mo mas mabuti na maikot yung Mediterranean, convenient para sa ating mga Pinoy, dito sa Europe dahil nasa UK lang, hindi ka nata-travel nung Caribbean yata, di ba? Andun may yung mga ibang di ba? O merong nasa Mexico. Okay. Kailan ang most likely mga earliest time, kasi summertime, pinag-usapan na top summer places, pero baka hindi pa available na ba ang mga cruises nitong summertime?
No. Nag-open na ngayon yung mga cruise ports. Alright? And what's the best thing ngayon na makapag-holiday is that madaming mga promotions ngayon yung mga cruise lines. So they are encouraging people now, especially in the UK, na mag-travel. Alright?
Okay.
So they are giving lots of promotions, discounts.
Okay.
Yung Pilipino na nandun. Meron tayong, sa Southampton, sabi ko nga, dun lang sila magdadock and one day, isang country yung pwedeng puntahan. And hindi siya ganun kamahal, Mr. Laragan.
More or less, ballpark figure, magkano ang
For two people, probably, more or less, okay, the last time I checked with my staff.
Para may idea lang yan, but we will,
600 pounds per person,
Okay, 600
minimum.
pounds per person.
600 pounds per person. But I'm talking about 7 days here.
Yes, 7 days.
Accommodations, foods, tapos yung magla-land siya sa bawat, may mga tinatawag nilang shore excursions. So yung mga sinasabi kong mga bansa kanina, they can dock and then they can explore and then babalik lang sila sa cruise. May entertainment na on board, may circus, may shows, everything nandun na sa cruises eh. So around 600 per person.
Abangan nyo ho, no? Meron tayo mga we'll coming up with a lot of things dito sa ating programa. Aside from this, that you can, of course, i-announce namin ni Eman yung mga pwedeng cruises or whatever na pwedeng yung to make your summer great. Also, we're giving away some prizes. So, abangan ho ninyo yan. So, dito ho kayo, bongga na ho ang ating The Sonny Laragan Show. We are on our 2022 season and we've come back with a bang, no? So, abangan ho ninyo. So, thank you very much, Eman. Any shoutouts? Baka may shoutouts
Thank you so much,
any messages dyan? Go ahead before we let you go. Sige, go ahead.
Binabati ko yung mga kaibigan at mga kakilala ko sa Algarve, dito sa Algarve. May mga nanonood, Sir Sonny, yung kapatid ko nasa Pilipinas, si Rolly at saka si Kendian. Binabati ko din sila. At saka yung aso ko, nandito sa likod ko na natutulog.
Ano pangalan?
Vida.
Vida. Oy, life. Wow,
Vida.
life. Oh, Vida.
Life.
Oh.
It's life.
Rolly and Candy. Sino yung mga siblings mo? Candy and Rolly?
Rolly and Kendian de Guzman.
Candy and de Guzman. Rolly and Candy and de Guzman. Rolly, mabuhay kayo. Napaka husay nitong kapatid nyo, no? He's a European na. Euro guy, no? Katulad natin. So, thank you very much. At till the next summer tips mo ulit, kung saan kami pupunta. At mga places na magaganda, no? And, yeah. And also, let us know. But also, when you come back next time, no? Tell us yung nearest airports para at least doon malaman din nila kung saan ang nearest airports.
Sige. We'll do that.
Eman, para convenient kung galing ng Brussels, galing sila ng Norway o Sweden, yung mga kababayan natin. No? Okay, so thank you very much. No? Yan mga kaibigan, si Eman de Guzman, ang ating travel expert dito sa nakabase sa Algarve, sa Portugal. Ayan. Pero okay lang yun. Medyo, sabi nga, medyo partial siya sa Portugal. Dahil taga-Portugal eh. Pero yes, maganda naman. Imagine, nakita nyo diba yung Algarve. So, ayan, patayin natin audio nun direct. Okay, ayan, alright. So, mag-break lang muna tayo, direct, and then we'll come back with our, Filipino Martial Arts. World class nga ba? Pag-usapan natin. Meron isang Briton na marami siyang awards na natanggap, no? Hindi ko alam kung na-download ni direct yung some of the photos, the awards and everything para maipakita natin. Okay, we'll have a short break. Wag ko kayong alis. Saglit po lamang. And when we come back, kasama natin yung ating kaibigan si Martin Silito. No? He's gonna be with us. I'll be forced to talk in English maski even if I'm gonna be having my nosebleed. Pipili natin mag-English. Saglit po lamang, wag ko kayong alis.
Mula noon hanggang ngayon, serbisyong mapagkakatiwalaan, serbisyong maaasahan pagdating sa inyong mga padalang balikbayan boxes. Dito ka na sa Forex Cargo. Sa presyong kayang-kaya ng bulsa, sigurado ka pa sa inyong padala. Forex Cargo. Dahil kailangan makarating. Call 0208-813-7064. O ano pang inaantay niyo mga kabayan? Tayo na sa Forex Cargo.
100% all natural. Tasty. Healthy. Versatile. 4 unique flavors. Taste a real sauce. Galetos.
Okay, tuloy-tuloy tayo sa ating programa, Sonny Laragan Show. We were broadcasting live on a Wednesday, midweek, dito ho, from our studios in London. Ayan. And now, I'll be forced to talk in English. Magsasalita na ho ako ng English dahil, if you notice me, pag nagkaroon ako, if I have a nosebleed, because I have to talk in English, you have to forgive me, no? But what happened? Is he frozen? Is he okay? Okay. Ano ho, yung Filipino martial arts, no? It seems to be world-renowned. We have a lot of mga artists like Dan Inosanto. I don't know if you know these names, no? Mga sikat ho yan, mga panahon ni Bruce Lee, no? And Filipino, so we'd like to know, no? Filipino martial arts, no? Is it world-class? We have somebody with us. He's a Briton, and he seems fascinated and obsessed with Filipino martial arts, no? And let's ask and find out why, no? Let's say hello to Martin Silito. Martin, good afternoon. Hello, Martin. Oh, you haven't heard me. Hindi niya ako narinig. Direct. Hello, Martin. Martin, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me? Oh, hindi tayo narinig yata. Okay, so we're gonna patayin muna yung audio niya bago matawagan direct, ha? Okay, tine-check lang. Okay. So, ayan ho, si Martin Silito, maraming awards to. He's a martial artist based in the UK. And he's fascinated, no? He's even, I think, tingnan natin, kailangan marinig niya yung sinasabi ko. So, ayan no, Filipino, ako, when I was young, I learned arnis, no? Arnis, no? Yung mga sinawali, ganyan, double sinawali. Hindi ho ako, hindi dahil gusto ko, kundi yung aking lola naman, younger sister na lola ko, nag-aaral sa National College of Physical Education. And isa yun sa kurso nyo, pinakiusap niya na kung pwedeng ako na lang ang in her place, no, na mag-arnis. So nag-private, personal akong lesson mismo kung saan si Remy Presas, no, yung father ng modern arnis. Doon ako sa kanyang, sa kanyang gym ba o kung tawagin, no? Or ano. Anyway, Martin, can you hear me? Can you hear me,
yes,
Martin?
I can hear you.
Fantastic. I've been bragging about you. Filipino. You're a British martial arts practitioner. Okay,
yes.
Well, let's just talk about you when you started with martial. Let's not talk about Filipino martial arts first, but. Do you know some other things like, karate, judo, jiu-jitsu? And when did you start with this? Yes.
I started judo when I was at school, and at the time in the 70s when Bruce Lee films came out, I was looking for a martial arts school, and then I started karate with Tiki Donovan, Ishinryu Karate in East London. Then from there, I tried other styles in karate. Then I bought a set of eskrima sticks, and I met a guy named Steve Merritt.
Okay, when was this?
And he
Let's
was a
get
student.
hello, Steve. So sorry, sorry, Martin. Sorry for me to cut you short because I'd like to have some timeline. So you started when you were in was it grade school, judo or something? So what year was this? How old were you then?
I was about 14.
So 14 years old, and it was judo that you first started in school.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
And now you mentioned this Eskrima. So how old you were you then? Because I'd like to put in some timelines. How old you were you then, and how old? Okay, at 14 you started with judo. Were you already competing in competitions with martial arts? I don't know, karate or whatever. Have you ever experienced competing
No.
in competitions, in tournaments?
I never started competing till I start doing Filipino martial arts. That's
And when was
I
this? So when was
started
this? When
doing-
was this? When was since you start? Okay, give us a timeline. So when was this? When you started, you
I
said you
started
haven't competed.
competing-
Okay, you were in school at 14, learned judo, but you never ever competed. Not until you learned Filipino martial arts. So when was this?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying
Well,
and how old were you then?
When I started learning Filipino martial arts, 25 years ago. So I was around about to mid-30s.
Really? Okay,
So-
mid-30. Okay.
Yeah, mid-30s. So that's when I was introduced to do some sticks, harnessed. So I met a guy named Steve Merritt, who's a student of Bob Green, and I learned from him. Then from there, I met a guy named Joe Acasilio, a Filipino English guy in East London, and I started learning competition, harness, full contact stick fighting.
All right. So okay. So there was a Briton who introduced you to a Philbrit, Filipino British guy, Joe. How's that? Joe Asadillo. How did you pronounce his surname?
Acasilio.
Acasilio. Okay, Joe. So you met Joe Acasilio, and you got introduced with Eskrima. Is it what Arnis and Eskrima?
Yes, harness, and then I was picked for the Great Britain team to fight in the World Championships in Cebu, Philippines in 2008.
Wow. So 2008. That's how many years ago? That's about how many years ago? 13 years ago.
That was 10,
13 years ago. 14 years ago.
10, something like that, yeah. Something like that, yeah.
All right. And you fell in love with it. And you fell in love with Filipino martial arts, like Eskrima and Arnis.
Yeah, I fell in love with it before the sporting side of it, because I like the applications and the flowness, and then I went to the Philippines to learn the art more, and that's when I met Grandmaster Nick Elazar from World Nickel Stick Eskrima.
All right. Okay. Wow. Wow. Really. I don't know if you've heard of the name Remy Presas. Have you heard his
Yes.
name? All right. But he's
Yes.
already dead. Probably he's already passed away. When did he die? More or less.
That was modern artist, isn't he? He was in modern.
Well, he is a
artist.
father of modern Arnis. Yes. Yes. Yeah. But the reason why I'm mentioning this, Martin, is because I was a student of Remy Presas.
Cool.
Yes, I was a student of his in his gym in Quiapo, and he's got a book, I think Modern Arnis or something. He's the father of Modern Arnis, Remy Presas. But I wasn't into it. I was only doing that as a favor to my grand aunt. And but anyway, I learned the
Right.
double sinawali, the sinawali. Have you heard sinawali? Sinawali? Double sinawali. Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
The sinawali. So I know the sinawali, I know. Yeah. Pak down and then up, pak, double sinawali. I know that because I learned that. No, but yeah, but it's nice. It's good that I'm so proud and I'm so in a way fascinated also that you're fascinated with Filipino martial arts. So, for somebody to start, okay, you got your Hall of Fame. Let's see, Hall of Fame. Ito mga kaibigan, ladies and gentlemen, you were awarded, what's this? UK Martial Arts Show, Hall of Fame. This is to certify that Martin Silito. Okay. What is this award? Tell us something about this.
Well, that was awarded the weekend in Doncaster for my contribution and promoting Filipino martial arts in the UK.
All right, Filipino martial arts in the UK. All right. Direk, meron ba tayong mga photos ng mga sa masters? Meron ka bang medyo ginalugad mo ba yung kanyang mga photos? At tinignan mo yung mga... here. Okay. Who is this?
That's Samuel Guok. He's
he's not a Filipino.
Of Wing Chun. Samuel
from where?
Guok.
He's not Filipino, is he?
No, he's Chinese.
Chinese, yes, he looks Chinese. Okay, wala na ba tayong mga Pinoy na nakasama dyan, direct? Let's see, okay, let's some other pictures. Okay, what is this? What picture is this?
These are some of my students where we set up at the show promoting Will Nicker Screamer, and at the background you can see my grandmaster Nick Alizar on the
on the poster, on the banner poster. Okay. All right. Meron ka ba tayong photo na ganyan yung kanyang master na ano? Let's have a look. Puro Briton to. Wala ka nakuhang Pilipino na nang nagpunta siya ng Pilipinas. Okay. What is this? What picture is this?
This is me receiving my award.
Your award,
and
yes. Okay.
The guy next to me is Sean Boland. And he does Filipino martial arts as well.
Okay, good. Direk, wala ka ba nakuha yung luma, yung mga Pinoy na pinuntahan niyo sa Pilipinas, na mga masters?
Wala na po yun.
Wala. Okay. Sige. Okay, wala na siguro time ka para maggumalugad, no? Okay, so, I was asking my executive director if he's had the chance to get some photos of you with the masters when you went back to the Philippines. How many times have you been to the Philippines, Martin?
I've been about 16 times.
16. So you love the Philippines. Prior to learning Eskrima with Joe something, what's his name again in London? The Phil
Joe Acadillo.
Acadillo. Okay, Acadillo. Have you ever heard of the Philippines, or have you ever been to the Philippines, or have you had a sweetheart who's a Filipina before?
Well, my wife is Filipina. My wife is from the Philippines. Yes.
Wife of how many years? How many years? Because I'm trying to see, if you were within the time that. Yeah.
We've been married now for 11 years. This coming December.
11 years. 13 years ago, you were introduced to Eskrima. So more or less, you were fascinated with Filipino martial arts, and perhaps you also were fascinated with the women, Filipino women, right?
Yeah.
The Eskrima came before the women, right?
I was doing Filipino martial arts in the late 90s. So when I went to the Philippines on my second trip my third trip, in 2008 for the World Championships for Eskrima. That's when I met my wife at the hotel in Cebu Grand Hotel.
Right. What was it, love at first sight, Martin? Love at first sight?
Yeah. Well, it took me 2 years of emailing and contacting and Facebooking, and then in 2011 we got married in Cebu.
Wow, that's 11 years ago, more or less. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Right. So you fell in love with this. Well, it's not a sport. It's with the martial arts, Filipino martial arts, and eventually fell in love with a Filipina, and which is nice. So, All right. Wow, fantastic. Nice love story in a way. You fell in love. You went to the Philippines because of your love of arnis and eskrima. Eventually found the love of your life somehow in the Philippines. What is
Yeah.
the name? What's the name of your wife?
Her name is September.
Yeah, her name is September. Okay. Oh, September.
Yeah.
Whenever we'll get to see each other in Barrio Fiestas, you'd come up to me in my booth, right? And we'll have a bit of a chat. I think one of those times that you've come up to me to our booth, during the Barrio Fiestas. I think you've introduced your wife, right? September. Have you? Have you not? I think.
That's right. Yes.
Yeah,
At the festival. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
we come up to
fantastic.
you, and yeah, and also in Romford, you met Sylvia and Louis, who's got the Brazza restaurant, the sauces.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Wow. So you live around the area in Rumford. You're Rumford based, right?
Yes.
You
Yeah.
are. Okay, Martin, going back to the Filipino martial arts, for those who are Filipinos and non-Filipinos who might be watching this program, is it easy to learn? Is it, say, for example, you're starting from scratch, from zero, and you are fascinated, that's like you, but you have a background of judo and some other martial arts. But for somebody who's totally, because you have a lot of students, did they come from other disciplines like judo, karate, or whatever? Or are some of them straight first time learning Filipino martial arts?
Whereas some majority of people who come and train with me have got other martial art backgrounds, and so when they come and train with me, because we teach with the stick first, and we work down to an empty hand, so it sometimes can be a little bit difficult, but it's quite. You got to have commitment and dedication in order to learn it, and because the system what I teach is balintawak,
Balintawak.
which is a close
The system that you teach is Balintawak.
balintawak. Yes,
All right.
Balintawak.
It's a place in the Philippines, Balintawak, Quezon City.
yes,
All right. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, because I heard Balintawak. I just wanted to clarify I heard right, correctly.
Yeah.
Balintawak. Okay. All right.
yeah, balintawak.
Right.
And it was found. It was founded by Asian back on in downtown Cebu, and they used to train down a street market called Balintawak Street, and that's how they got the name of Balintawak on the system.
All right. But just to give you a little background there, Balintawak, when the Filipinos rose against the Spaniards, because we were colonized by Spain for 300 years, and I think on that very day at Balintawak in the Philippines, they tore their cedula. I don't know what cedula is in English. It's just like tax declarations, or I don't know, some tax or council tax or any tax that that shows that that the people pay to the government. So they tore them. And we call it the cry of Balintawak. The Philippines only had bolos, but bolo. You know what a bolo is?
Yeah.
Yes, a bolo. So they had itak
Yep.
in the Philippines. So in Balintawak, they had this cry of Balintawak, headed by I think Andres Bonifacio, if I'm not mistaken. And they tore all of their cedulas, or I don't know why, papers like it's cedula, and that was called the cry of Balintawak. So that's wonderful. So in Cebu, there's a street called Balintawak, and that's where things started. Is that what you're saying, right?
Yeah,
Exactly. Okay.
yeah.
Well,
The Balintawak system was started in 1952.
wow, 1952. I wasn't still born then.
Yeah.
Nor were you. Were you
Um,
born? Were you born in 1952?
No, I wasn't.
No. So both of us weren't born yet in 1952 when Balintawak style of
Yeah.
style of what of fighting,
Balintawak style of close range fighting.
close range fighting.
Yeah. So
Okay. When you say close range fighting, this is like using hands.
Yes, we use the stick.
Stick.
Then from there we come and use the hands.
But if
Afterwards.
you haven't got sticks, can I defend myself? Can I fight? Can I defend myself? You suggest my hands.
Yes.
Is there a lesson within your system, Balintawak system?
Yes, there is. Yes. So where other martial arts, you start with empty hand and you work to weapon. In our system, you work from weapon to empty hand. So we go the opposite.
Okay, all right. Okay. So if we want to enroll with you, if I want to learn or people want to learn, where can they contact you? How do they contact you? Have you got a school? Have you got a gym? Yeah.
They can contact me on Facebook, on Instagram, TikTok.
TikTok?
Right. Yeah, and they can Google me, Martin Solito, Bulldogish Screamer.
Martin Solito. That's how you pronounce it. Martin Solito.
That's it. Yeah.
Martin Solito. It's not Solito, but Martin Solito. All right.
Solito. Yeah.
Me in the Philippines, my name is Sonny Laragan. Okay, my name in the Philippines is Sonny Laragan. They call you Mr. Laragan.
Okay.
But here in the UK, they call me Laragan. So Sonny Laragan. Right? So
Laragan.
So you're Martin Solito. Right? Solito.
That's it. Yeah.
Solito. Okay, fantastic.
Yeah,
Martin, thank you
Solito.
very much. And thanks a lot for being a part of the show. And we appreciate, we love you for loving the Filipino martial arts. And I don't know if it's going to be I think it might be a lifelong passion for you, Filipino martial arts.
Yes,
it is.
It's a passion for me, and I'm back in the Philippines in September.
All right. Does your wife September know how to do anything? Filipino, as clean, she learns. She's learned it as well.
Yes, she does that as well. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I shouldn't. I think I have a bit of an advice to you, Martin. You shouldn't teach your wife, to stick. Yeah, because it might. Pao, yung reaction shot. Pinapatawa ko siya. Oh, you shouldn't do that because when you get it fight, this squabbles and fights between spouses, husband and wife. She might go chasing you with a stick. So.
Yes, I know before.
Was there did you regret it now?
No.
Okay. No, but of course it helps her as well. When she gets to defend herself, when if there are some other guys or some other people who would try to harm her. So fantastic. Thank you very much, Martin. Have you got any shout outs or any messages? Go right ahead, please. Or you want to greet somebody? Go ahead, please.
I say thank you for having me on the show, Sonny. Much appreciated, and I still carry on promoting Filipino martial arts in the UK and around Europe as well. So, thank you for your time and everything else for having me on your show.
Thank you also for giving us the time to for you to be able to share your love of Filipino martial arts. Thank you. Until the next time again, Martin. You take care. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, Martin Solito. Yeah, that's now the correct pronunciation. Solito. Yes, I was calling him Martin Solito, but Solito. That's okay. Just like me, Laragan in the UK, Mr. Laragan. If I go to the bank, Mr. Laragan. But in the Philippines, Mr. Laragan, Sonny Laragan. Eman earlier when he called me Mr. Laragan, but here Mr. Laragan. All right, very, very posh. Okay, maraming salamat. Thank you very much, Martin. I want to thank all my guests on the show. Martin Solito, Eman de Guzman, of course, Ronald Sipat, and Felinda Gzbowska. Ayan, Polish. It's really hard to pronounce. Gzbowska. Okay, teka muna. May mga pagbati tayo. Gabriel Tejero, Lani Mariano Valley. Hi, Sunny. Hi, Lani Mariano Valley. Okay. And sino ba mga pagbati? Good day, Sir Sunny from LSPU, Santa Cruz, Laguna. Mara Makalalag. Mara, magbuhay ka, no? Okay, good day. Paulo Arizal Luna, good day po, Sir Sunny. And to Ma'am Pao, stay safe and healthy always po. Ikaw rin, no? Okay, John Brian Oliveros, good day, Sir Sunny. Watching from the Philippines. Have a great day ahead. Mabuhay. Mabuhay kayo, mabuhay. Dean Russell Anunuevo, shout out po, Mr. Sunny. Hey Dean, mabuhay ha. Anunuevo. May kaklase ako, Anunuevo. Baka father mo si Rizaldi Anunuevo. Emily Rofel, good afternoon, Sunny and everyone watching from Wimbledon now. Uy, Nung nag-show tayo kagabi, nasa High Barnet ka. Ha? Ang dami mong lugar, ha? Good day, Sir Sonny. Watching from Santa Cruz, Laguna, Philippines. God bless, Sir Sonny. Cedric Malahito, Manalo. Mabuhay. Mabuhay, mabuhay, ha? Of course, Edgar Duay, magandang hapon sa inyong lahat. Magandang hapon din sa iyo, Edgar, no? Okay, all right. Okidoki, sino pa ba yan? Sige. Okay, Gabriel, si Edgar. Okay, so yeah, magandang hapon sa inyong lahat, no? Thank you very much. So I guess it's time for us to say goodbye. I want to thank all of our guests for today, people who have joined us. Martin Silito, who is a martial artist from Romford, dito sa United Kingdom. I think Romford is Essex, if I'm not mistaken, no? A part of Essex. And of course, si Eman de Guzman, no? From Algarve, or Algarve, no? Algarve in Portugal. Ronald Sipat, no? From London. And of course, si Felinda Gzbowska. Ayan. I hope I pronounce your name correctly, no, Felinda. So sa ngalan ho nilang lahat, no, at syempre sa ngalan ho ng ating direktor na napakahusay, at saludo tayo, direktor natin si Direk Paula Patricia Perez. Dalawa pangalan, no? So Paula Patricia. Kamukha ko Joseph Sonny ako, eh. Dalawa rin ang pangalan ko. Dito ho sa United Kingdom, para lang sa kaalaman ng ating mga kababayan, ang middle name namin dito yung pangalawang pangalan mo. So ang middle name ko sa UK is Sonny. So ang first name ko Joseph, ang middle name ko Sonny. Yung De Leon ko hindi ho middle name dito sa UK, no? Yun, kamukha ng Paula Patricia. Middle name ni Direk is Patricia. Okay. All right. So thank you very much so sa mga nanood sa hapon na ito, no? This is a regular show natin. Balik na ho tayo sa ating regular season. So every Wednesday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, the Sonny Laragan Show, no? At sana ipanoorin nyo at ikalat ho ninyo sa ating mga kababayan that we have this program here in Europe, no? Na pwedeng panoorin ng ating mga kababayan maski saan mang bahagi ho ng mundo naroon sila, no? O kayo. Mamimigay ho tayo ng prizes na abangan ho ninyo dito sa show. Yung mga holiday diyan, mga mga 100 pound worth to 200 pound worth, mga ganyan. Malaking bagay na ho yan. Maski paano, magagamit ho ninyo for holidays, no? So, ayan ho, abangan ho ninyo. So, I guess it's time to for us to say goodbye. We'll see you again next Wednesday. So, till then, Sonny here is saying thank you very much for keeping us company. Whatever you do, guys, hit it with your best shot. Bye!
Mula sa kabisera ng Inglaterra, sa puso ng Britanya, London, UK. London, UK. Ito ang Channel Philippines Network. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK. Sumasahing papawid 24 oras. 24 oras. Buong linggo. Sa www.pinoyradiouk.com. Ang mga pinakapaborito mga awitin, mga pinakaabangang programa, at mga sariwang balita at impormasyon mula at para sa mga kababayang Pilipino sa UK at sa buong mundo. Pinoy Radio UK. Pinoy Radio UK.